bags were horror lies.
Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Tuesday night reviewer. And this evening I wanted to bring you the found footage movie, Found Footage 3D. I must admit this one took me a few years to watch because, excuse me, I just thought the title sounded stupid and the premise sounded stupid. But I quite like how it's kind of brought into the movie, and apart from the main guy who's making the movie, everyone else thinks it's pretty stupid to have 3D. But anyway, we have this like a small troop of people. There's the main guy that's wanting to make the movie. He's written the movie. He's hired a director. He's hired a director who films. He's hired his brother who's going to film like behind the scenes kind of things. He's got the sound guy who's a friend of his, and he has his this young woman who he met not long ago, and she's going to help with bits and pieces. And then the star of the movie, as well as him, the writer, it's his wife, or his separated wife. They go through a separation, which obviously doesn't really help, like tensions on set. But anyway, they go to this old abandoned, they're on their way to find this cabin, and they see these kind of two old guys, and they want to film them and use them, say, oh, you don't want to go to this cabin, and they're just rubbish at doing that. And then they tell them actually where they are going, and they're like, oh, you don't want to go there, sort of thing. It's kind of cheesy, but kind of amusing, I suppose. Anyway, they kind of start to get filming. There's, of course, arguments, bits and pieces, people going, like, obviously the main couple, they're just arguing with each other all the time. And there's this one scene where they're screaming at each other in the kitchen, and they rig this thing so all the plates and the doors, basically everything, flies open and smashes, and she's screaming and it triggers it, but they're like, well, there's no way that could have triggered. We don't know what that was. So obviously we start to find that there is something supernatural going on, but they don't believe it to start with. So our main guy, who's kind of the producer, the writer, so he's rigged up these, basically he's got this old tape recorder, and he's got these weird spooky sounds playing at night time, and everyone's like, oh god. The couple of them figure it out, and then they can hear this one, and it's like, whoa, actually it's the main actress, she's screaming, and they go out and find them, and they're kind of having kind of rough, angry sex. And in the morning she's got this bruise, she's got this black eye. But anyway, they're all kind of pleased with how it's going, so they go to a bar, and there's more fighting between the couple, even though after the sex all okay, because he's just super flirtatious. But then our producer says that they've got this influential critic coming. He's managed to blag his way to get him to come and see them in action the next day. But something goes wrong in the night time, and our lead actress, she wakes up screaming. She's got these gashes on her arm. So they go back and review this footage. They're seeing if they can see anything, and there's this, it's kind of weird. It's like someone else is filming, someone else walking around the camera, and then you see these scratches just appear on her arm. It's kind of crazy sort of thing. Obviously, it's a supernatural thing. But anyway, the next day our critic comes, and he's not happy. Our cameraman stormed out at one point, so it's really not a well-produced movie. It's not very it's very amateur hour, you can say, that kind of thing. But anyway, like, he's watching what they're doing, sort of thing. And there's one scene where it seems to be going pretty well, and he seems to be interested. And then our actress really does hit the producer, who's the other actor, really does hit him on the head, and the door slams. and then they're screaming to get into him, and the door explodes into this critic kind of thing, and there's just blood everywhere in the kitchen where they were just arguing. And then this kind of spectre, we're calling it a spectre because the fake movie they're calling this 3D one is Spectre of Death, but it bursts out of the cameraman who's the director. So the other two like run off. The ones which are left, they find that the sound guy is sprawled out, and then our kind of behind the scenes cameraman with this young girl like running around, she gets killed, and he has his camera still because he figures out it's kind of like they're actually mentioning in the movie that it's like, well, why are we running around with the camera? Why is everything on camera? So it's actually quite cool that it's like they can only see it on camera. So that's why he's filming all the time now. And he gets in the car, he's going to drive off, but he can, the main actress, he can hear her still. No, she's calling for help. And he's in love with her. So his brother's estranged wife he's in love with. So he goes to find her, and then they drive off and they crash, and the inevitable thing that it's that she makes, they kind of, they have their crash, but they're talking, and it's like about the remembering the rule of found footage, that no one survives, and then she has these glowing red eyes and dives at him, and that's our movie. I mean, this one's pretty fun. I did enjoy this one. Acting level is pretty high actually, and all the bits and pieces you have, it's very well done. It's not it doesn't come across as like super cheap. Not that really makes a difference. I mean, the film doesn't have to be expensive to be good, but you can see that it's got like has this polish to it, and the acting, like I said, is really good, and it's just well written. Nothing amazing with the characters, but I do like how everyone's kind of written into this. And like the I guess it's kind of interesting, the supernatural side, the spectre, when you start to see them more and more. But yeah, I did enjoy this. I enjoyed it. It's one of the better found footage movies, I would say. Don't let the title put you off. It's not as kind of stupid as it sounds. It all ties in quite nicely when they're talking about the 3D stuff, because they will think like this producer's stupid, but they're obviously all getting on board. And yeah, I would recommend this as a watch. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you next Tuesday. Thanks very much. Good night.